Hello everyone, this is your girl, small girl with a big goal. We are bringing you another edition of On Life with Debbie. Please, if you've not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. On this week, we are going on educative searching. That is how a healthcare assistant can relocate from Ghana to the UK. Most of the times we hear about IELTS exams. Every nurse panic when you hear IELTS exams. I don't know for you though. Personally, I remember when I heard it for the first time, I was panicking. Oh God, how am I going to pass these exams? But today on Life with Debbie, we want to give you up-to-date session on how to apply as a healthcare assistant and how to write IELTS exams. To begin with, IELTS exams is not difficult as it's circulated, no. It all depends on your perseverance, how you make your mind up and sit that I'm ready to write this exam. So when I was writing mine, I was a bit tense. Yeah, it's normal to be tense because it's an examination anyway. No students like to write an examination and be laughing, but at the end of the day, when you come out victorious, then you can't control the smile. So IELTS exams is an English proficiency exams which is a requirement for healthcare assistants and even nurses to write before coming to the UK. Currently, we are focusing on the healthcare assistants. We will do subsequent episodes that we will talk about how a nurse will also migrate from Ghana to the UK. IELTS exams has two types. That is the UK VI Academics and UK VI Standard or General. Most of the time, people say that the standard is difficult comparing to the academic, or the general training is difficult comparing to the academic. But sincerely, the only difference between these two is that when you write the UK VI general training, that is for people who are proving themselves for English proficiency, that for school, university, and all that. But if you go for the UK VI Academics, that is the channel as to which you are being assessed on how to speak English. That is for you applying for a skilled working visa. So ordinarily, when we are testing you on the basis of school and testing you on the basis of work, definitely on the basis of school will be difficult and as to the basis of work. But notwithstanding, when you sit up that you are writing, you'll be able to write. IELTS exams has two categories. That is the UK VI Academics, UK VI Standard. It's either called Standard or the General Training, any of them, but it's the same thing. So it has two categories. Although most of the question that people ask is that which among the two is difficult? Both of them are the same in the concept of scoring, difficulty, and how it's being set. Though it differs one way or the other, but the only thing that you have to have in mind is that it is not difficult, because when you put it behind your mind is difficult, you wouldn't sit to write these exams. All that it has to take is your preparation. At least spend like 3 hours, 4 hours a day practicing on in any of the categories. IELTS exams has 4 categories. That is reading, listening, writing, and speaking. Reading, writing, speaking, and listening. Any of the 4 categories, you can spend like 3 to 4 hours a day to practice on them. And at the end of the month, you see as to how your speed has moved up because of your consistent practicing. And we know that anything that we practice consistently, we become perfect at it. Most of the questions that nurses ask when it comes to IELTS exam is that, is there a way that I can pass? Is there a way that I can fail? No. When it comes to IELTS exam, there is nothing like failing, but then there is a required band that a healthcare assistant must get in order to get the qualification to work in the UK. So the preferred band for you to get when you sit for these 3 courses is 4.0 and beyond. If you are applying as a healthcare assistant, they have a band for nurses as well, but because we are dealing specifically on this episode with healthcare assistant, then we are letting you know that the preferred band as to which you have to sit and get for this IELTS exams is 4.0. It isn't anything difficult for you to get. Right now, I know you are laughing and smiling. Yeah, it's all a matter of making a decision that I'm going to write. So after sitting for these 3 courses, these 4 courses, the overall mark that you have to get is 4.0. Most of the questions that people ask as well is that, should in case I write these exams and within these 3 categories I should get lesser band, that is when they combine all of them, I don't get the overall 4.0 band, can I resit for one particular one? Yes, you can resit for a particular category, whether reading, listening, writing, or speaking, depending on the band score you get overall. Yes, so there are chances as to which that maybe you've applied or you've registered and you've written, but the overall mark doesn't match the mark that you have to get. You might as well arrange for another exams, which you can preferably choose to write a listening, reading, or any of the 4 categories. IELTS exams, I was panicking. How am I going to write this? How prepared should I be? But trust me, it's very easy. The only decision that you have to make is, I'm ready to sit for the exams, and you'll be happy and proud of yourself at the end of the day when you get the record. Also, you can sit for this IELTS exam when you are traveling to any of these English-speaking countries. Any of this English-speaking country, not only the United Kingdom, any of this English-speaking country, you can write or sit for this IELTS exams